We are going to present you the Winter Park Hotel case. First, what do we want to achieve? It is intended to minimize the cost to prepare the food. Afterwards, it is intended to look for a new location to build a new hotel. And lastly, we want to improve the time that every customer spends at the reception.
We're going to start with the reduction of the cost in food, more specifically in the meatball dish. As we can see, the meatball should not have more than 25% of fat, meaning that it can have more than 75% of meat in their content. In order to minimize the cost of 1 kilo of meatballs, several equations were developed, and the results were that it should be bought 0.58 kilos of beef, where all of it is used, spending 46.67, and for the pork 0.42 kilos and spending 24.99 pesos, giving us a minimum cost of 71.67 per kilo of meatballs. Now, if we see the shadow price, if we add a unit of fat in the recipe, the cost it will decrease 53.33 pesos, and per every unit of meat added, the price will increase 113.33. And the variable that it has some bigger impact in the cost is the beef, because it has 80% of it.
Then we analyze the states where a new hotel can be developed. So we know that Zacatecas is our home state, but then we have got 5 more options in order to develop a new hotel. And we included some demographic and economical information, as you can see in the case of Jalisco, Nuevo León. And then we have Ciudad de Mexico, Nayarit, and Quintana Roo. We have the population, the gross product, and the gross product growth compared to 2017. Then to analyze the correlation between the independent variables, which are these 5 that are below, with the dependent variable, that is the total state annually and monthly, which is the amount that we want to forecast.
Next, we have Zacatecas, our home state, and the other 5 possible locations where the hotel may be established with its belonging R-square and standard error. When we want to forecast, it is better when the R-square is closer to 1 in order to have a higher confidence level. The bigger the standard error is, the greater the possibility of failure. And the winner is Nuevo León, due to its best R-square and standard error.
The last problem we were presented with was about the reception and to improve its waiting line time, for which we were presented with 2 alternatives. Here you can see the comparison between the 2 alternatives, which were either the actual situation with one person attending the reception line or installing an ATM machine for self-service in the reception. As you can see, the values of the average number of customers and average waiting line time with the ATM are lower than the ones with a single employee. This is why we conclude that the ATM rules and it would be the best option. Even though its cost is high, it would prove better in the longer term, since it would grant all of these benefits.
Thank you